I would describe EAP as people-powered arts admin badasses.
I had just graduated from UC Berkeley in art history, and being the first in my family to go to school here in the States, I was trying to navigate how to enter into the art world.
I had some experience in the arts world. I've been working in nonprofit arts for probably about 5 or 6 years, but I was really winging it.
My arts experience prior to participating in the fellowship was constrained to evenings and weekends.
I had done a few years of arts admin, but it was mostly as an individual artist. And then after that, then EAP kind of changed my life, so. The thing about EAP is that it's really what you make of it, and the relationships are everything.
EAP has taught me I get such a thrill out of connecting people and how they can combine to make this incredible opportunity happen.
We are constantly shaping and reshaping EAP in real time. It's highly flexible and adaptive and resilient.
Within the fellowship, it's pretty flat. I worked on a project, and within those project teams, there were opportunities where leadership was needed or following was needed, and there are no titles here. We are all in this together.
But I think EAP also is this idealistic, but also very practical space where people can workshop ideas, think through that in a very creative and safe space.
I really had wanted to learn more about publishing and making a publication and working with a team to learn how to do that and basically to self-direct our learning but also engage the resources of the EAP network was perfect.
So my focus area in the fellowship was regenerative practices, which at that time I understood to mean a combination of professional development and self-care. And then we produced an event called Bottoms Up, which was an opportunity for arts administrators to pitch innovative ideas to a live audience of their peers, and in doing so raise money to bring their idea into reality.
LOL's cultural equity was about racism in the Bay Area art scene. We were able to provide resources through this LOL's cultural equity Tumblr and actually provide a support system, and people called and emailed us, and they shared their stories, and we shared some advice and strategies. It was a concrete support. It was a place of witness, and it was a way for us to reclaim power, to say, this is happening here. This is a pattern. Let's look at this, and then here are some strategies to address it.
I signed up knowing that we were going to be having a conversation about equity and intentional inclusivity and lateral leadership. So I kind of wanted to do those things.
And so what I was interested in around cultural equity is that it's actually about recentering. And so that's what I wanted to see, and I saw it at EAP.
Being in the meetings just gave me the tools. I think it was day one that we did step up, step back. I'm like, oh my God, that's such a great idea.
When I show up to an event, whether it's in a theater or whether it's in a gallery, noticing whose art is on the walls, or just a regular department meeting at YBCA and looking around the table and saying, who's here? And is this representative of the people we are trying to serve and empower? And if not, why?
It was an arts admin fellowship program with a cultural equity component. That's where I wanted to be.
I had a peer network now, I had support, I had resources. There seemed to be a lot more opportunities than I had realized before.
To actually be listened to is pretty amazing. But then to witness how the training program actually changed because of the information that we were saying, that's pretty amazing. It's incredible.
I learned that there was a multi-kind of universe of arts organizations and arts communities and art worlds, and EAP taught me that I can be part of different types of communities and I can choose what type of art worlds I can participate in.
So I think EAP creates the fabric with which individuals in the arts community can share resources, support each other, and push each other forward and encourage experimentation.
So now, a couple of years after the fellowship, I'm the artistic and executive director of Peacock Rebellion. I am staff I'm paying myself and I have benefits and everything. And as of last week, with the land trust and our neighbors, we bought a building and the land underneath.
And I would also attribute a lot of emerging arts professionals' events to informing what kind of programs I would create for professional development at the ICA where I work. For instance, EAP has also contributed to the type of artists and the type of thinkers I invite to the space of the ICA. Everyone from poets to dancers to social practice artists and sound artists. So I'm really enthusiastic about how that kind of life of being on EAP's board and being a fellow connects with my career at the ICA. Okay, the most important reason you should apply to emerging arts professionals are...
1, it's actually legit super fun.
It is where all the cool people are.
2, the relationships.
You make lifelong friends and you build your community.
Have access to a network of people who are equally invested in the arts in the Bay Area.
And 3, practically, like, is probably gonna help you get a job, actually.
Job, housing, boyfriend, whatever. No.
It's about the power of the collective. So I wanna see our collective actually grow together, really tap into our magic and our brilliance, and to think about like 10, 20 years from now that I'm gonna still be friends with people I happen to be in a like a fellowship program with. That's amazing to me.
The future needs to be different if we are going to create art that embraces the fullness of humanity. That's it.